The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu, reigning by master.
You see how they're messing them? Do you see how disgraceful?
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu,
we are live and we are direct. We made up like it and quite frankly, if you like it, if you don't like it, you don't we are live and we are
But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba Biasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in 1 trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuokike Abiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be nobody, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we are chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We have tried to live in Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Are defending him. Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you're talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in Suya, maybe in Kilishi, and that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. Fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it. And confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession. You're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots, you Fulani bigots, you Fulani impostors, you Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obiano to listen. I want Tripas to listen. I want Tripas, this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot reason very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim, putting the army that we have today. Somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason, we are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in, in Damaturu or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking Janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo, who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo, Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity, Fulani, who are the bandits, Fulani, who are the terrorists in the zoo, Fulani, which people are going about slaughtering and taking over other people's farmlands. It is you. You people are the problem. Unfortunately, some idiots from the south cannot see it. You wanted to show us that you know how to write grammar, writing rubbish about one Nigeria. You are defending something that is indefensible. Indefensible, you fools. Some smelly rats, some smelly garbage, gutter, alamajiri, gutter. The lowest of the low. If it's one of those of their fools talking, I will even understand. From the gutter. Not contributed one single thing to the advancement of the zoo. Not one single contribution has the Fulani ever made. Tell me one national contribution that the Fulani has ever made to the advancement of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just name one thing, absolutely nothing. They want power. Power and control of oil and gas. That's all they need. That's all they want. So they can run your lives for you and control your destiny. And you're not ashamed of yourself to claim that you're educated.
Iwe were iwe gị n'ọnụma gị wee bịa leta anyị. Ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị. Ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ. Nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ, wee na-ata ikikere eze. Nwaanyị konye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ. Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi. Okwu ebepụ ya isi. Anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo. Ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha sị na ka ha gaa n'ihu. Elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọya nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ. Anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị. Anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile. Ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ. Anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie. Anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị. Onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị. Akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke. Akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Ikechukwu. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom. Akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba. Nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye obi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị. Bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị. Bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe. Bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ. Bịa ka iwe detuo ozu. Ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe emilere Goliath. Chineke nna nke igwe ruo ememiri Fero. Sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akọpụ iguni ọtọ ọzọ. Ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume. Ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ. Ọ bụghị nwa bụ ekegere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ. Kama anyị onwe anyị bụ anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie. Kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi. Ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi. anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu abịa ma
Welcome, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you to this evening program here on IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are reaching you live from Cape Town. I welcome you, fellow Biafrans, all lovers of freedom, all friends of Biafrans. I say to you, welcome this evening. Today, we are here to continue our job. We continue to spread the gospel of truth, because we must always speak the truth at all times, irrespective of how or what the enemies are feeling. We are not interested. We must say it the way it is at all times. So I welcome you, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom. If you are joining us this evening, I want you to always remember that you share our program. Before you settle down, first thing you must do is to share our program, like our program, comment on our program. These three things are very, very important to us. As Facebook continue to suppress us, they continue to fight what we are doing here in this platform, we shall continue to do what we are doing. For we are not going to capitulate, we are not going to allow them to run our morals down. This is Biafra struggle. Before we come, we already know what we are going to face. So, as you are joining us this evening, always remember to share our program, because there are people who does not know that we exist in these parts of the world. There are people who have not come across IPOB Western Cape Media TV. So the reason you must continue to share our program, the reason you must continue to like and also comment. We like to know how you feel. We like to hear from you. So please, as you are joining us this evening, I want you to remember to invite your friends, invite your relatives. Remember also to share our program in all the platforms where you belong, not just on here on Facebook. You share it in all the WhatsApp groups wherever you belong, because people must hear the good news that we are bringing to you via IPOB Western Cape Media TV. So I welcome you once again, lovers of freedom, people of good conscience, people that always remember that good name is better than money. Freedom is the most important gift that God, Chukwu Abiyama, gave to humanity. And we must always fight to preserve that which Chukwu Abiyama handed over to us. It doesn't matter the hiccups, it doesn't matter the problems, it doesn't matter the oppositions we may encounter, but the fact remains that it is our right, God-given right, to be free. It is also our right to determine. They call it right to self-determination. That is exactly what I am here doing this evening. I am asking for the state of Biafra to be restored because it is my right to self-determination, self-governance. It is my right to determine how I want to be governed, who to govern me. So it is not a crime, as the Zoological Republic is making the world to understand or to see those who are fighting for their freedom. It is not a crime to fight for your freedom. I want you to know that. Do not be afraid. The most noble thing to do is to fight for your freedom. That is the most noble thing to do as a human being. Nobody is born differently. All men are born equal, and we are all equal in the presence of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. So, before I bore you this evening, I want you to know that this is IPOB Western Cape South Africa Media, aka IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Here, we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to represent any individual, but we are here to represent and to defend our fatherland, Biafra. For us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forevermore. If you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies for that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, worldwide, and his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra, and we are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. I welcome you once again to IPOB Western Cape South Africa Media, saying it the way it is, because here we have no permanent friends and we have no permanent enemy. We always strive to do what is right, and we expect every genuine person, no matter who you are, no matter the position that you occupied, we expect you to always do that which is right. Once you do or you start doing that which is right, we automatically identify with you as friends. So we encourage you to always remember to do that which is right. Because remember that in IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always say that we are white and whiter than snow. So for you to be white, it must show in all your conduct, in all your activities. Your whiteness must always reflect in everything you do. If your whiteness does not reflect in what you do, then you are not that which you say, and you are not who you said you are. So before I continue, I bring you greetings, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. You that is viewing me this evening, I bring you greetings from my coordinator, Mazi Innocent Alia. He is the Western Cape representative, and he is leading us without envy, without jealousy. He's not that type of man who will always envy, who is always envious of his subjects. So I also bring you greetings from all the coordinators here in IPOB Western Cape Zone. Finally, I bring you greetings from all the executive of IPOB Western Cape Zone. Here, we have men that are ready to do that which is needful. And always remember, for us, IPOB Code of Conduct is a law. We don't play, we don't joke with IPOB Code of Conduct. The only reason we remain resolute, the only reason why we remain impregnable is because we continuously adhere to the rules and dictates of IPOB Code of Conduct, which is the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we are seeing today in our midst. If you remember, for the past 1 year plus, none of us has set our eyes on our leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Neither have we heard from him. None of us could record any of these two. So the only thing that he left for us that represents him is the code of conduct of IPOB. When you look at IPOB Code of Conduct, you are looking at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you take order from IPOB Code of Conduct, you are taking orders from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you follow the directives, dictates of IPOB Code of Conduct, you are also taking those orders and directives from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I encourage you to do the same. Emulate IPOB Western Cape Zone. Emulate us here. We don't joke with that which is necessary. We don't joke with our struggle. We don't joke with our freedom because we know what freedom is all about. We understand what freedom entails. We are not here for the fun of it. We are not, excuse me, just a minute.
In DSS, called a meeting of all the leaders of the Southeast and said, this is what Nnamdi Kanu said, that he is not part of this. Yet, every Monday, what happens is this. A few miscreants, and I use the word advisedly, come out, shoot and kill 1 or 2 people, and run away, and video it and send across the whole of the Southeast, and everybody is now scared. The governors we met, all of us in the National Assembly we have met, everybody has condemned it. I need the Senate to know that there is no one in the Southeast except the criminals who support this sit at home. Their modus operandi is simple. It's just terror. I have called the market.
Sorry for that. So, don't mind that man. So now, as I was saying, before I continue, I want to introduce myself. My name is Mazi Onyebuchi. Always remember that I am your host. And also, by the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator. And I say to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to some of you. Depends where you are watching me from this evening. I have so many things for you this evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, you that is viewing me this evening. I want you to sit back because, you know, in the zoo, you sometimes you get confused. You don't even know where to start. You don't know the topic to choose from because there are a lot of atrocities. In the Zoological Republic, if you are doing what you are doing, most times you are confused on which topic to pick from because there are lots and lots of impunities going on in the zoo. But always we must start from somewhere. Before I go on this evening, if you remember, if you watched my last program, I was talking to those men on Radio Biafra and those their recruits in the likes of some of them, which I talked about the last time is Emeka Gift. You know, in the past, when we saw the direction this whole thing was going to, after the kidnap of our leader, the real thing, when it started to unfold, then the enemies of Biafrans gathered and they began to speaking in a strange language, something that is not palatable to our ears, something like political solution. Political solution. People like us who always reason from a different angle, we began to question that term, political solution, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not arrested. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. He was not kidnapped in Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in a foreign land, which is Kenya. That means that the people that kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they sat down, reasoned everything, and they knew the consequences of their actions. They analyzed it, they understood it. Now, they threw the caution to the wind. What is the reason? What is the drive? What was driving them? What was driving them is hatred they have for our people, for the Biafran people. What part of the things that were driving them is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has succeeded in destroying their agenda. If you remember, their father, their ancestor, Usman Donfodion, had an unfinished business which he handed over to his offsprings, the Fulanis that we are seeing today. And he made a very revealing statement when he said that until he dipped the Quran in the Atlantic, that the jihad must continue. Now, what is the meaning of dipping the Quran in Atlantic? Islamizing us. Those people, if you look at the Hausas are gone. Even though there are a lot of, they have number of them that are Christians, but they are totally emasculated. You cannot hear about them when they ask you now, who where is Hausa people and what is their religion? You will say it's Islam, but it is false. It is not. It's not a. It's a false narrative, which was created by the Fulani. So the same narrative they were taken down, trying to bring into our land. Hence, they used those politicians, the likes of Hope Uzodinma. They installed those in the past and those in the present. They installed those men to enable them to make their jobs very easy for them. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu studied all these things, and he saw exactly where we will be in 20 years to come if we don't do that which is necessary. Hence, he took up the challenge to stop the Fulanis. So this thing led to a very bittered heart of the Fulanis, because they thought that they have succeeded. In fact, not that they thought, they succeeded, or they almost succeeded. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came from nowhere and scattered everything for them. Now, putting all these things in context, the Fulani government of Muhammadu Buhari decided with some of the stooges, their slaves in our land, they collided with those people and went after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They used those winning tools in our midst, like Afonja of Yorubas. We have them in their numbers in our land. Afonjas scattered all over our land. All over Biafran land is littered with Afonjas. The spirit of Afonja has taken over the life of our people. The life of those so-called elites. So they colluded with those people going after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They succeeded in kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which means they have but one thing in their mind: to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What I'm telling you this evening is a revelation, and I will be telling you, I'll be revealing something to you this evening if you're listening to me. Before they went after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they decided to kill him in Kenya. But I think those people, those Kenyan officials that worked with them, advised against it and said, no, we don't want this man to be killed here. Because if you kill him here, the story will be different from what we may be able to handle. So the Zoological Republic decided to flee him back to to Nigeria. So now, after bringing him back to Nigeria, you think that you can just walk because your name is Mbazulike Amechi, because your name is what is the name of the one that the other day, Okwadike, because your name is what? You can just you think you can just walk in the name of Igbo elites to go and say to Buhari and all those terrorists that kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we want solution. We want political solution. We want you to live Mazi, just like that. That was why when all this shenanigans started, we that saw it said to you people, why are you asking for these things? Just asking for political solution is like asking for the Supreme Court to set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free. Because so many of them, So many of us believe that Supreme Court was to set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free. So many of us. Because we thought that Supreme Court should have taken the advantage of this issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to exonerate themselves. But alas, it is false alarm. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu understand what he is into. But do you know what? It is only those gullible followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who does not understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is into. The only thing that will make Fulanis, the other day, let me read something. Let me look for. Let me read this for you. This tweet is coming from this is coming from what is his name? Kanu Ntakanu, yeah. Yesterday, Kanu Ntakanu wrote in his Facebook, in his Twitter page, Kanu Ntakanu said, at Governor Hope Uzodimma is the one blocking the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from DSS dungeon with few of his friends in Southeast. And my question to at official bat is Governor Hope Uzodimma the president of Nigeria, or is your government benefiting from the insecurity in Southeast through your security chiefs? Now, do you know why Hope Uzodimma is always at the forefront? Because Hope Uzodimma was made a governor of Imo State for this purpose, to destroy, to help the incursion of the Fulanis into our land. Hope Uzodimma understood the game perfectly. He understood that the only obstacles that he had is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when Hope Uzodimma understood this, he went back to the Fulanis, his masters, and said to them, how can we put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under control? Because with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I may not be able to deliver. You see, what I'm telling you this evening is I'm making a very revealing program this evening, and it's only those who are fortunate to listen to me this evening will understand that it is a revelation that I'm making this evening. That was the reason these guys were like, they were mad with Simon Ekpa. Because, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting, or when Mazi Kanu was here, Simon Ekpa was operating from the flanks. Simon Ekpa was not, nobody understood the job. Nobody knew that Simon Ekpa was doing something or is capable of doing something. They thought that he is just ordinary broadcaster, or who has the gift of analyzing things. They just thought it's just that. And they looked at him and they said, but he just joined this struggle a year ago. Because remember, Simon Ekpa joined the struggle in 2019. So they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2021. So they didn't believe that Simon Ekpa had what it takes to step up or step into the shoes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They believe that they have those men that Mazi Kanu has always worked with. They believe that they have them in their pockets. They believe that those ones they already know how to handle those ones because they understand that those ones are not genuine. They understand that they can play with their minds and their intelligence. So they do not have problem with those people, even though we assume that some of them, not all of them, some of those men had hands in what happened to our leader. So the reason why they are going crazy about everything is when immediately they lay their hands on Onyendu, they celebrated. They celebrated because they were promised that the only thing that can crush, just like they will say, hit the shepherd and the flocks will scatter. They nearly succeeded, if not for the spirit of one man, Simon Ekpa. And people like me saw it. I have the gift of knowing genuine people when I see them. So when immediately I saw someone, from the day I started listening to him, I knew that he is genuine, that he had something to offer. And I knew the day he promised Mazi Kanu in a live program that he will never disappoint him. The day he said to Mazi Kanu, you are looking for 100 men, I am 50 men, count me as 50. So now you are looking for 50. I knew that something is coming. So, but the Zoological Republic and those men that are in Radio Biafra today did not see that because they are always engrossed in envy and jealousy. So this envy you see today it does not start today. The envy they are displaying on Simon Ekpa, it has always been there. Because then when you talk about how Simon Ekpa is able to do what he's doing, they will tell you get out of there. They went crazy immediately. Mazi Kanu acknowledged Simon Ekpa and said to Biafran, go and listen to Simon Ekpa. Before you know it, Mazi Kanu appeared on Simon Ekpa's program. I mean, Simon Ekpa interviewed Mazi Kanu. These things made them it got them so angry. They became so angry with Mazi Kanu. Would you blame Mazi Kanu? When Mazi Kanu saw that raw gold, Simon Ekpa, he noticed it. He noticed it and he made that choice to draw Simon Ekpa closer. When Mazi Kanu is going to a secret meeting, he went with Simon Ekpa. But all those people, all those Oko Juna, that is littered all over Radio Biafra today, and those in the OS, they were not there. But Mazi Kanu was going with Simon Ekpa to meeting with the Oduduwa, to meeting with the Ambazonians. He was doing all these things. So, going back to Nigerian stuff, so when the Zoological Republic kidnapped man, they thought it over. So, Simon Ekpa's emergence made them so mad and crazy, which is part of the reason Mazi Kanu is still alive today. I am telling you what I'm telling you now is, if you like, believe me. If you don't like, don't believe me. It's your business. I am here to say it the way Chukwu Abiyama is. I mean the way Chukwu Abiyama put it in my heart, and with the intelligence I had, because I had an intelligence of what they want. If you remember, there was a video I played here the other day, maybe around 2 weeks ago. I played a video where some men were on a certain studio analyzing, talking about how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could be released. These are Yoruba people. So now, they made a statement. They said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must denounce Biafra if he wants to be free. That means Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must deny him his life, his ambition, his ideology, his dreams, if he wants to be free. Now, the only thing that would have given Mazi Nnamdi Kanu automatic freedom is by him denying the Biafra, denouncing Biafra. And don't think you can play smart. Immediately you said you denounce it. You denounce it. You can never rise again to do it. It happened to all those people, both to Wazirike, both all the people in the past. They denounced it for their freedom. Because you cannot eat your cake and have it. So immediately they denied it. They were set free. Now, nobody cares about it. Even when they are talking, nobody's listening to them because they know they can't do anything anymore. They have tamed them. So they want to tame Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They want to put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in that stage. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue to refuse. Now, one of the revelation I came here to tell you, I will play a video of Mike Ozekome, the former lead counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mike Ozekome. And this video, this press release was recorded before the last court case of our leader, before the one of Supreme Court, the final one. I think in November, He made a very revealing. Should I use confession, or should I use of whichever way? But he made a very significant statement, which when he made such statement, that period, I spoke about it on my program. I pointed out on it on my program. So when I say what I'm saying, when after playing that video, I will say what I want to say. So if you like, you take it serious. If you don't like, you don't take it so. But it is high time you start to put one or two together. Remember, they came to the other day, the video I was talking about, they said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should renounce Biafra. That is the only time that he can regain his freedom. So his freedom is attached to renouncing Biafra. So what kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention still is his refusal to denounce Biafra. That is why I told those men behind Radio Biafra today, those people, the likes of a mega gift, I told them in my last program 2 days ago, I told them and I said, do you think that Biafra, if Biafra is to be restored tomorrow, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in forefront of it? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still fighting from wherever he is. He has not given up. He's fighting. So Biafra cannot come without him being in charge. He is still in charge. Even though there are people who are championing it, but who is in charge of Biafran agitation, Biafran project is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That has not been taken away from him because he is in the forefront fighting. The enemies are telling him, denounce Biafra, denounce Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keep telling them, no, I will not denounce Biafra. And you, that is a non-entity, is here causing confusion in the midst of us, telling us that people want to take. Do you think that if we fold our hands and wait for Nigerian government to do to our leader whatever they wish, do you think that Nigerian government will think twice to kill our leader? Do you think so? I told you, one of the reasons they have not killed our leader is because of the activities of Simon Ekpa. Because they are afraid if it is for those men behind Radio Biafra, they would have they would have finished doing what they want to do with our leader. Because they know that there are men who are still fighting. So now listen, I want to play this video to you from Ozekome. When I play it, then I will tell you, I will put one or two together and I will try to bring your mind, zero your mind on it for you to believe what the information I'm going to give you this evening. Because this is information from a right source. I got this information from the right source. And when I say right source, it means right source. Listen to what Ozekome said. Remember, I said something before about men who came on a certain program to say that we are talking about releasing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu giving up Biafra. That before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released, he must denounce Biafra. These men are speaking the mind of Nigerian government. They are Yoruba people. Remember that Yoruba people, it is now Uhuru for Yoruba people. This is their turn. This is their turn to loot, to revenge, to do everything they want to do to anybody. It's their turn. That is why we say it's turn by turn Nigerian Limited. And they want me to belong to such country where people are coming for a revenge, to loot, to grab whatever they can grab. Now that is their turn. Before their tenure will be over, they might have set us back again to another 50 years. Because when they loot the treasury, when they store the money, all the money, they are setting us back. So we said, no, we don't want to be part of such arrangement. We need a place where we can determine how we want things to be, and things will be like that. You want to kill us for doing that? You will not succeed. Now listen to what Mike Ozekome said.
Let only the Lord's name be exalted. We now humbly appeal to the government of the day to immediately, without any further delay, with the urgency of yesterday, release Nnamdi Kanu, that he may come out of his illegal and unconstitutional detention, which the courts, up to the Court of Appeal, have since pronounced upon, but is still illegally being held there today. So that he will come out and join hands with the rest of us in rebuilding this nation.
Please, fellow Biafrans, I want you to focus on his last statement. That was the revelation. The revelation I am talking about is on his last statement. I'm going to play the video again. Focus, put your ears down. on his last statement, you will get the point. Now, listen again.
Let only the Lord's name be exalted. We now humbly appeal to the government of the day to immediately, without any further delay, with the urgency of yesterday, release Nnamdi Kanu, that he may come out of his illegal and unconstitutional detention, which the courts up to the Court of Appeal have since pronounced upon, but is still illegally being held there today. So that he will come out and join hands with the rest of us in rebuilding this nation.
Now, I think by now you might have gotten it. Remember, the first one, the one I talked about said, Mazen Kanu should, if he wants to regain his freedom back, he must denounce Biafra. Now, Zekome said that Nigerian government should release Mazen Kanu so that he will join hands with the rest of them in rebuilding the country. That is, you see, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, when they were talking about how damaging Ifeanyi Ejiofor is, or rather was, to our leader, I believe partially, but since I began to, when I put down my ears and my eyes, I began to see Ifeanyi Ejiofor is one of the greatest mistakes that we, the IPOB, must never make again in this struggle. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Mike Ozekome, they are the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still where he is today. I am telling you, listen to what this man said. This barrister, Ozekome, knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going to do that which he said. But he wants to mess Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up. They keep going to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to drop the agitation. That is the information I'm bringing to you. I have it from authentic source. One of the reasons Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dropped this man is because they want to cajole him. They want to trick him into playing ball with Nigerian government. They want to mess him up. They want to tell him, sign the latest, you have IPOB. That is, now this is information. This man, with those men on Radio Biafra today, they told them, they convinced those men that is on Radio Biafra today. You should know the people I'm talking about. Those men behind Radio Biafra, you know them today. You know who I'm talking about. Now, they are in agreement with Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Barrister San, Zekome, and all of them. They told them, the only thing you do is, you see IPOB, they are a force. You see IPOB is a big force. If you look at Abga, what Ojukwu wanted Abga to do after his death, Abga could not attain to that height. Now, Abga is dying, or Abga is dead. You need to take the opportunity, sign, come out of here first, then turn IPOB to a political movement, to a political party. They are going to, you start from the east first. You are going to take over all the 5 eastern states within one election. All the 5 eastern states, both the governors, both the House of Rep, both the Senate, both everything, they will be all IPOB political party members. Then from there, you go to South. And when you've done, you have the majority to go to the National Assembly and move a motion for a separate state. That is the only solution. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, being a smart, intelligent guy who always learn from what happens to others, he remembered Ojukwu. How they mess Ojukwu up by luring him into Nigerian politics, and they messed him up. If you remember perfectly, Ojukwu failed the election even in his own constituency. How possible is that? Of all people, Ojukwu, do you think Ojukwu, if election is to be conducted in whole Igbo land, that anybody will come second to Ojukwu? Do you think so? But Ojukwu failed in his own umunna. And that was the beginning of the end for him. Exactly what they want to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they wanted to use Ifeanyi Ejiofor to achieve that. That was the reason Ifeanyi Ejiofor came on to tell you before, I am the most trusted. The most trusted by who? Of who? Of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Since when? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not trust you. He only trusts what you are doing. So, Ifeanyi Ejiofor thought that he had Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in his palms. Hence, he brought Mike Ezekwesili. With his reputation, he thought that he could be able to play in the minds of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and convince Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So that was why Ezekwesili, after doing everything, finally he came and tell you that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out to rebuild Nigeria. And what Ezekwesili did not tell us is, what Nigeria are you rebuilding? Who spoiled Nigeria before? Who scattered what you want to rebuild? Have you seen where another drank medicine to clean his stomach? Instead of the medicine to work for him, he's going to work. Instead of the medicine to purge him, he's going to purge another person. You want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to join hand and fix what? Who spoiled it? Who spoiled Nigeria? Who destroyed Nigeria? Who scattered Nigeria? To want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and join his hand. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was pro-Nigeria, he told you people to rebuild Nigeria, to fix Nigeria. You refused. Now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has taken another dimension, you want him to come and rebuild Nigeria. Rebuild Nigeria how? Is Fulani going to be involved in that Nigeria you want to rebuild? The people that believe that they own Nigeria, are they going to be involved? Or is Yoruba people, the Yorubas, going to be involved in the Nigeria you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and rebuild? The people that see me as a competitor. When they look at me, they hate me for who I am. Are these people you want to fix? Are they going to be among the Nigeria you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come from and drop Biafra to fix Nigeria? Mike Ezekwesili, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, they did not see the spirit. They did not see the spirit in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was why they thought they can play on his intelligence. They thought they could manipulate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They thought they could use the court because they use every tools available to them to frustrate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. am I in the best position to interpret the law for Ifeanyi Ejiofor and what is it called? And the Ezekome? Am I in the position to do that? I'm not in the position. They know more than they know everything about it. They are thousands miles ahead of me on that aspect of life. Mike Ezekome, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and all of them, they were there the day Supreme Court gave that final judgment that revocation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's bail is unconstitutional. I mean, it's unconstitutional and it's wrong, because the military came to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you expect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stand there and be killed? If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was killed on that day, who were you going to be trying today? So life first. You save your life. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did that which is right by running away from his life. And you went and revoked his bail. Now, Appeal Court told you that it is wrong to do that. That means they have exonerated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu immediately. That means they have restored back the bail with that on that singular judgment. Why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have to go back, or what is he still doing in DSS dungeon now? Because the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being held by people who should release him. So they want IPOB. That is why you see today IPOB, you know, when they fail to convince Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to repackage IPOB as a political party, now they came back to those men behind Radio Biafra today and told them. That is why they are doing everything possible to turn IPOB to a pressure group. To you, is IPOB still fighting for freedom of this Biafran struggle in the hands of these people? Please, if you are telling me, if your answer is yes, please tell me, when was the last time you hear anything about IPOB activities that has anything to do with freedom fighting? Have you seen IPOB made any protest before? What is that IPOB is doing? Where is this ESN? What is IPOB doing that convinces you that they are still fighting? Those men that is handling IPOB is still fighting for freedom of total freedom of our people. All they do is to try to tell you that no, we are no more fighting for total freedom, but we want to make IPOB a pressure group, which is what it is now. That is the stage where they are now. They are trying to make IPOB a pressure group. That is why the activities of IPOB today does not have any coloration of freedom fighting at all. You can never find any sign that IPOB is fighting for freedom. That is why they have resulted in writing memos. What are they doing in that memo? Threatening Nigeria. We are going to, if you don't do this, we are going to do this. Because they are now a pressure group. They are no more fighting for freedom. So now, the only thing, the only person, the only front, the only agitator we have now is Simon Ekpa and those men working with him. That is why Nigeria is going crazy about Simon Ekpa. If they tell you, if they open your eyes to show you what Nigerian government is doing to silence Simon Ekpa, you will not believe it. They have gone beyond what they went on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's head. They have activated diplomatic means. It doesn't work. They activated threats. It doesn't work. They have used Nigerian youth to sign petitions against Simon Ekpa. What they have not done to stop Simon Ekpa from what he's doing. because they know that they have defeated those men on Radio Biafra. They know that those men on Radio Biafra has nothing to offer anymore. They know, Nigerian government understand that the only reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still alive today is because of what Simon Ekpa is doing. You want IPOB to become a political party. Does it make sense? You that is viewing me, does it make sense to you to, from freedom fighting organization to political movement? Does it make sense to you? Do you think anybody can fix Nigeria? Do you think Nigeria is going to be fixed by a normal human being? Even a supernatural human being cannot fix Nigeria. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew these things. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw it before now. He knew where everything is going to be. I mean, where it's going to fall into, and we are right there right now. That is why I keep telling you, do not join those people to fight a war that you don't understand. If you are afraid, why are you afraid of people who has nothing to offer? Do you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be angry with you for supporting, for saying that Simon Ekpa is doing the right thing? You think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be angry with you? Do you think so? Is that the reason why you're afraid? Then you don't understand what you are doing. Because if you understand what freedom fighting is all about, you know that freedom fighting is not about who is leading. Freedom fighting is a collective effort of people. You don't, because it requires numbers, it requires fund. Ojukwu failed. Part of the reason why Ojukwu failed to restore Biafra was also because of lack of fund, because his father was so rich, he thought he could do it alone. So fund is very, very important. Look at Ukraine today. Ukraine is fighting a war with Russia. Do you know how many billions, trillions of dollars that the world has invested on Ukraine? Because freedom fighting requires money. Ojukwu didn't see it that way. He thought that he had what it takes. So, one person does not fight and restore a nation. You need people. You need people. You need your people, because after all, you are not fighting for yourself. You are fighting for the people. You are fighting for the people. So you do it with the people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew it. He understood it. That is why he had these people called GOS. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keep shouting, looking for 100 men. He is not looking for 100 men for a fun. He knew what the when you hear 100 men, you think it's those who can box, who can. No. 100 men, both in finance, both in integrity, both in focus, both in wisdom, both in understanding. These are the kind of men Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking for. Because you know that if he had immediately have those men, he's ready to go. Other things will fall into place. And there we go. And that is exactly what Simon Ekpa saw, and he harvested on it. He started assembling men of substance. That is why when it comes to his government, you see professors, you see doctors, You see men, you see women that have something. You think when you see someone doing what, you think he's the one who is bringing all the ideas. No. He is. Those ones are walking on the ground. Someone is being fronted to do what he's doing. There are engine people who are bringing ideas, contributions. That is exactly what freedom fighting is all about. So that is it. So I want you to understand what these men are up to. They failed because of you. They failed because of me. They failed because of us. That is why we shall continue to tell you that anybody that is agitating for the freedom of our people, we shall support. It doesn't matter who he is. That is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, if you know what you can do for Biafra to come, do it. It doesn't matter. If you are the one who knows the formula, bring it on. We go. That is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for you. But those men who are praying for agitators to die because they don't agree with them, now they pray, hoping that the men that are fighting for us, that our enemies should kill them. Okwaya bụ ihe ndị Igbo si, egbuo dike na ọgụ ụnọ, ụbọchị ihe ọgụ mere n'ama, dike anọrọ to fight. You want to kill those men who we have, who we should protect. We should protect our own with envy, with jealousy. The way Fulanis are protecting their own is the way we shall protect our own and pamper our own, because we know that there will be a day that will come, a day that we will need both those people, both the mad ones, both the sane ones, both the insane ones. There shall be a day we will need everybody. Because if you come to a family where everybody is gentle, that family is not respected. You must have those who are gentle to coordinate things. You must have those who are stubborn to make the enemies not to come close to your family. You must have everything, Makana. When you come to the king's house, everything is complete. It's in package. But these people want to eliminate those who disagree with them. They pray, they hope, they set up everybody just for only them to stand. But we are here to tell them that it's not possible. We need Biafra, and Biafra we shall get. So they use the fire job for it failed to let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sign away Biafra. They failed. Now they want those men on Radio Biafra to use IPOB and turn it into a pressure group. They failed. The reason why they have not succeeded is because of us. People like us. We always come here to say it the way it is, that we are fighting for total freedom of our people. Until Biafra is restored, we are not going to stop. We shall continue to agitate. We shall continue to fight. We shall continue to give even our lives for the restoration of Biafra, because we have lost total hope on Zoo. Now, I want to show you something again, because when you talk about cohabiting with these people, people don't understand that it is not possible. It is not just possible. It's not just, why are you trying something that you know that you are saying, someone gave you a mathematics and said, please, 2 plus 2 is what? Now, instead of you to say 2 plus 2, you are saying 2 plus 1. How are you going to arrive on the answer? You keep doing the same thing and you expect to have a different answer. Somebody gave you an assignment to say 2 + 2. I want you to bring the answer to me on my table in the morning. You went home, you cleaned it, and you write your own 2 + 1. Common sense. Nigeria can never be one. We can never be one with Nigeria, because we are hated all over, in the north, in the west. They don't want us. The reason why they don't want us to go is because they are afraid to be on their own. They don't know what life will be for them if they allow Biafrans to go. Because Biafrans are the engine that run Nigeria. Because Biafrans are the only Nigerians. I don't know how long we talk on social media before our people. We look at, with this suppression of Facebook, look at the number of people that are watching me. How many are there? But with the quality of message I am giving out here from this platform, I should have people in their hundreds. But where are you going to see? They are not here. They are somewhere where people will be telling them Christianity is a scam. Why are you, Amadioha, is this? These are the places you go there, you find them. But you will not see them here. But I will continue to say what I'm saying. Listen to me. These people knew that we, the Biafrans, Igbos in particular, we are the only Nigeria. You cannot find Nigerians in the West. Go to the West, you will not see a Nigeria. Go to the North, you see, that one is, all of them are Niger Republic. It's only us. We are the only people that goes from our land into other people's land, because we are one Nigeria. We go there, we settle there, we develop there. We call it a home because we were meant to understand that we are in our country. Some of our people don't even know how to speak their dialect, their language, which is Igbo. Their children speak the language of their sojourners. The people they live in their land. I know so many of them, so many of our people. I have them as friends. They don't know how to speak Igbo language. They were born in, if you meet the ones that was born in the north, wow! They speak Hausa language. You go to the west, wow! They will join to call you Omoigbo self. But he's an Igbo man. When you ask them, my mother said, because we thought that we are all Nigerians. Now listen to me. Let me share you. Let me play this thing for you. I have it. When I play it, I want you to get, when I play a video, please get the message. The message I'm trying to pass now is for you to understand the level of hatred in the heart of Yoruba person for you. You that is making it possible to assimilate, to call a Yoruba a fellow countryman, one Nigerian person. Oh, you don't know that Yoruba person does not like you? Do I, Mazo Ebuchi, have to tell you that? Do you think that a Yoruba person cares about you? I live in Lagos State. I understand what I'm talking about. All they want is Omuibo money, bring money. Fumilowo. Without money, they don't need you for anything. That is why they will go and sell land to you. They resell it and sell it and sell it on to 50 person. You will go and kill yourself there. And when you finish building the house, they will use their government instruments and come and destroy the house. And common sense have not told you that you are not wanted. You are still buying lands. You are still building. You are still settling. You are still calling them my friend. You are still learning their languages. You are still, is there anything wrong with you as a Biafran, as Onyu? Now listen.
He wants to still remain in power in Lagos State, they need to check and clip the wings of these Igbos, the Easterners coming into our land and taking everything. So long that we are not even challenging. To say that I'm not hungry is just, I'm just kidding myself. I've not been able to sleep. I've not been able to do anything. I've been awake all morning and I'm still going to work today. This is totally uncalled for. And we really need to check this. If APC wants to still remain in power in Lagos State, they need to check and clip the wings of these Igbos, the Easterners coming into our land and taking everything. So long that we are not even challenging.
Did you hear that? I will play the video again for you. But I want to give you a background. That person you heard her voice is a Yoruba daughter. Probably she's not from Lagos State though, but it's a Yoruba daughter. You know, it's only Igbo person or Igbo people that will find themselves in another location. They will deny they are not Igbo. A Yoruba person, even there are different tribes. Their languages differs. Some of them do not understand each other when they speak their own dialects. But you will never hear a Yoruba person say he's not a Yoruba person. It's only when you come down to the eastern part of Nigeria. But that is a matter for another day. Listen to what she said. That lady, you would assume that, oh, she's learned. Oh, she's civilized. She lives in a foreign land. She lives in another man's land. She's settled. She's welcomed in another man's land. She has, if she has the documents, maybe like if she have her citizenship, she can do whatever she wants to do in another man's land. But now, someone is in his own country where he is a citizen by, not by naturalization, but by birth. And now you are telling the person that, and you are here on social space saying that you can't sleep because of the thought of the person, because the person is progressing, because the person is asking for what is rightfully his. That makes you not to sleep. In a foreign land, you are not in that place, so you left this place, and in another man's land, you talk about going to work. Who employed you? Another person in another man's land. But when it comes to your own land, you don't want a fellow citizen to enjoy his rights as a citizen of his own country. And you want me to be at peace in such a place. It's impossible. Now, let me play it again.
If he wants to still remain in power in Lagos State, they need to check and clip the wings of these Igbos, the Easterners coming into our land and taking everything. So long that we are not even challenging. To say that I'm not hungry is just, I'm just kidding myself. I've not been able to sleep. I've not been able to do anything. I've been awake all morning and I'm still going to work today. This is totally uncalled for. And we really need to check this. If APC wants to still remain in power in Lagos State, they need to check and clip the wings of these Igbos, the Easterners coming into our land and taking everything. So long that we are not even challenging.
Did APC government carried out this directive or not? Yes. When she said this, I don't remember, I will look for the date. When this Twitter space was hosted, they have not started pulling destroying the properties of our people in Lagos State. They have not started destroying the markets places in Lagos State. It's after these threats by this person that all these things, the wings you saw her said, they need to start clipping the wings of the Igbos, of the Easterners. You know when they talk about Easterners, you that is from that is denying you are not Igbo, you are involved. Oh. You that is saying I'm not a Igbo man, I am a Calabar, you are involved. You that is Urobo, you are involved. You that is a job that want to kill yourself because Igbo man is your neighbor. Let me tell you something. You are involved in this when they make this threat. When you hear Easterners, all of you, because you think you are the one who is denying who you are. They know you. They know who you are. They know you are a Biafran. They know who you are. They are only using in their lips. But when it comes to real action, they place you where you belong. You belong to Igbo group. When they want to kill Igbo person, they kill you because they don't care whether you are Igbo or you are Calabar or you are a Bibio or you are a Job or you are whatever name you call yourself. So when you see them dealing with Ndi Igbo, you think it's because it has not gotten to you. They need to start clipping the wings of the Easterners, of the Igbos. Now, today, are they not clipping their wings? Are they not clipping the wings of the Igbos? They are clipping the wings of the Igbos. This kind of a person, you want me to belong with her in a certain country. This is the kind of person that Jose Come is suggesting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out from wherever he is and work to fix the country. And this person with this mentality will live in the same country with me, and there will be peace, and there will be unity, and there will be progress. One biggest family. You can deceive people, but not all the time. We have come to understand where we belong. We know we are not wanted. We know that we are not needed. We know that we are only being used as Nigerians. That is why people like Mazi Ebuchi has sworn that Nigeria is not my country. It's not my country. And it can never be. I can never live in peace with a Yoruba person. We are better off neighbors, neighboring countries. We are better off doing business as neighboring countries. If I come to your land, you have your policy. You tell me, this is how I want you to live in my. If it's suitable for me, I live. If it's not, I go back to my country. You cannot say I am in the same country with you, but I don't have rights as a citizen of that country. And you want me to continue to live in self-denial. It's only those people on Radio Biafra that does not know. I know. And everybody that is watching, following us in this platform also know. That one is a woman. Listen to me. She said Easterners. Easterners. I'm going to play another video for you. This one is a daughter. Let me play her father. The one that is spoke now is a woman, a daughter. She's young. So you understand the level of hatred that you understand the gravity of the mess you are into. Because some of us don't understand the mess we are into in Nigeria. Some of us still think that somehow, miraculously, Nigeria could accept us after all. They thought, those who think that Nigeria could be fixed they are not different from those who think that Nigeria could accept an Igbo person as a full citizen of that country. What makes you a full citizen of that country? When you cannot be a president, you cannot be the president of that country. You can't even be a common attorney general of a federation. They give you vice president. That was during the time of Ekweme and Orizo. Vice. So that they can control you. Now the daughter has spoken. Now let me bring the grandfather. So you think that this is not just by mistake, it's an ideology. The hate is deep. And in every 10 Yoruba person, 8 of them has this mentality about you as a Biafran, as Igbo person. They have it. They see you as a threat, unhealthy competition, because they could not match you, both in physical strength, both in articulative, both in all spheres of life. They always come second to you. Do you know that Igbos are the richest tribe in the continent of Africa? And I'm sure that if it is to go beyond Africa to the world, Igbos will come to at least top 5 richest tribes in the world. But in Africa, let me put it that way, they came first. Do you think Yoruba people are happy? They will tell you that they come to Lagos State, they make all this money, they make. When you give them the opportunity or the space to do what we are doing, they can't do it. They can't, for goodness sake. Is it in soccer? Can they match us? Can they? What is that? Is it in physical strength? These things make them go crazy. They hate you for who God made you to be. But some of us does not know these things. They thought it's just normal. It's just the way it is. No. Now listen to the grandfather of that lady speaking.
Those of us building mansions in Southeast, mansions in many parts of the country, we should be made to pay tenement rate, ground rate, and everything. So I can tell you the state government need to be up and doing.
God have mercy upon us.
In a way that even we, the elites, who are such changing government, are dealt with.
I'm playing it again.
Those of us building mansions in Southeast, mansions in many parts of the country, we should be made to pay tenement rate, ground rate, and everything. So I can tell you the state government need to be up and doing.
God have mercy upon us.
In a way that even we, the elites, who are such changing government, are dealt with.
Now listen to me. Let me give you background of this, where this man is coming from. Because of the treatments that our people received or were getting from Lagos State the past few months, because each time they will tell you, go back to your east, go and develop your land, go and build your why are you building in our land? Go to your village, build your village is bush, your village is that. You don't have a village, all you have, you come to Lagos, you want to. They didn't know that we have something they don't have. Let me tell you something. The only pride of a Yoruba man is Lagos State, that slum. Because to me, Lagos is a slum. Lagos is a total slum. I lived in Lagos State now. I didn't live in Mushi. I lived in Surulere. At least our people are the ones building. At least you know the structure our people built. There is difference between where our people is building and where the Yorubas are building. Our people try their best, but still, it's still a slum. Some houses doesn't have soccer wear. Some channel their own to gutter straight. As they are defecating, this thing is going straight to the gutter. That is why the whole Lagos State is smelling. Lagos is smelling. I can't live in Lagos State as it is anymore. It's smelling. Slum. Then go to Mushin. Go to Agege. Those areas that Yoruba people settle. Go there. You can't drink. They give you water, you can't drink. Are we talking about their village? Go to Ibadan. Only brown thing you see. With mushroom houses. They thought we are like them. So now, because of this treatment, our people decided to reveal what they have back in their village. Operation Show Your Mansions. When our people opened the gates of hell, the Yoruba people went crazy. They went gago. They went crazy. That was the reason why this old man, he came and started talking. He said, some of us that have mansions in the east, southeast, in the east, eastern Nigeria, ask this man if he has any property in the east. He doesn't. No Yoruba person have any property in the east. So when you hear him talk, he is telling you, government, to come and taxing us as I am. The house I built in the village, government will come and tax me for building a house in my land, in my ancestral land, a land I inherited from my father. Then government will come and I will be paying tenement rates and tax for it. This is what envy can do. This is what Yoruba people is capable of doing. They see us as threats. They hate us. This man, because our people opened they saw something that even that nonsense they thought our people is building in Lagos State. They saw something that is greater than what our people is building in Lagos State in their villages. They saw a village that is more organized than their Neki. And this man,
those of us building mansions in southeast, mansions in many parts of the country, we should be made to pay tenement rate, ground rate, and everything. So I can tell you,
pay tenement rate in your community, in your village. Those of us that is building mansions, ask this man if his kinsman, his father or his father, if they ever had anything to do with East. And he wants government. He wants his stooges in Imo State, Governor Hope, them to go and start taxing people for building mansions. They are disappointed. This is how they will go mad when Biafra will come. Because now they don't believe it. Just like you were telling us in the past, go back to your village. You don't have anything in the village. You go once in a year to your village. You don't have anything. You build a mansion in Lagos. You don't have in your village. You don't have anything. Go back. Now we went back and opened the gate of hell. They saw it. Hey! All of them, they got heart attack. That is why this man, this foolish elder, this Yoruba man came on and be telling government to start tasking us, for us to start paying tenement rates in our community. They want to take everything away from us. That is why they want to take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu away from us. They want to take IPOB away from us. That is why I ask you that is watching me this evening, what does it profit you to join those men behind Radio Biafra to destroy this noble family, to destroy IPOB? What shall it profit you? What shall our division profit you? Your enemies are quaking, trembling because of you. But you don't know who you are. You don't know what you have. They want you to kill Simon Ekpa because they know they cannot kill Simon Ekpa. The only person that can kill Simon Ekpa is you. The same way they want you to kill Mazen, they use you because they know without you they could not get to Mazen Ekanu. They succeeded in using you in getting Mazen Ekanu. Today, the next target for them is Simon Ekpa. And you are falling for it. You come on radio, you come on social media, Eberima. You go to Biafra land. You call the noblemen that fight to defend your family, fight to defend your mother. We call them criminals, kidnappers. Why the real kidnappers are inside the bush, kidnapping people, the Fulanis. But the people that is fighting for you, you turn around because somebody sat behind Radio Biafra to tell you, he's a criminal, he's a Berima. They were shocked the other day when we began to bring out the info, telling them that Mazen Ekanu has called for Biafra restoration several times and Biafra is not restored. They couldn't, in fact, they are shameless. You can't shame the shame. I know they are shameless, but we will keep reminding them that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the past said that Biafra will come the next year. Biafra never come. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us that Buhari will give us Biafra. It never happened. Biafra sealed, signed, and delivered. They didn't kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for it. But they want to kill Simon Ekpa for saying Biafra will come in 2023. The same Simon Ekpa is still saying that Biafra will come in 2024. They want you to kill everybody that is fighting for you, and you are falling for it because you don't have anything in your head. But people like Mazi, which is here to correct that impression, to remove that thing that the enemy is using to manipulate you. We're not going to allow you to be a stumbling stone to us. Support your own. You hear? I always play that video here. When Mazi Nnamdi was talking, you don't support your own, but the Fulani will support a terrorist. A terrorist is in power. A terrorist is in office in Nigeria. Fulani people will support it. But you, when you come down to East, you will kill your own. That is what they do until they put Mazi Nnamdi where he is today. How long shall you continue to wallow in your ignorance? How long? I ask you. How long? How long will you allow the fellow man to use your brain and drink kai kai and nkwobi? How long? Ask yourself a question. If you kill your brother, you are not a hero. A hero goes out, look for the real enemies, kill them, bring their head home. That is what makes you a hero. Odogu Dike. You people are you people are, you walk to my nerves. When I see the display of idiocy, when I don't know if it is illiteracy, I don't know if it is ignorant, I don't know if it is foolishness, I don't know the angle your own is coming from, but wherever it can be fixed, listen to me, unlearn those things they taught you. learn how to love. When you learn how to love, when someone is dealing with you, you follow that person. As long as that person is your brother, as long as the person is not someone you can shed his blood. Look at one. That is why there is all kind of misfortunes in our land today, because our people turn around to be killing each other. And the land of our ancestors rejected us. And we are trying to do something. We are trying to restore Biafra so we can fix all these things. Because all these things happens to us because of Nigeria. Nigeria put us in all these things. Before Nigeria, we used to be one big family. We need to live as one. Anywhere you see your brother who speaks the same language with you, Igbo, you identify with him as a brother. Yoruba people fought among themselves for years, decades. I was reading about it someday. The writer said that Yoruba people in the whole Africa, they are the one who fought the longest tribal wars among each other, among themselves. The longest. Other people may fought for 5 years, they stop. Yoruba people fought for over 20 years. They were fighting each other for supremacy. Come to our land, you can never record any kind. The only thing that make us to fight each other among us is when it's land, this community, and they settle it within, it doesn't last. Or when it's what is it called? When you kill from another person, from another village. Not for supremacy, not for who to rule another. We never fought to rule each other. But today, why are we separated? Why are we scattered? Everybody, you go to what's it called? The people from Anioma Okwani, they say we're not Igbo. Your name is Ukwani. When you want to say come, you say Bia. When you give birth to a child, you want to give him name. You give him Chinemelum or Chimamaka. You eat apple, you eat onubu, you eat oha, you eat everything. You have 4 market days. You have what's it called? Ihejoku. You have masquerades. You have Igbo setting of government. The elderly leading the community. But when they ask you, say, no, I'm not Igbo. I'm not Igbo. You go back to other ones, to Abo, the same thing. You go to Ikwere land, Oko, Ogba, Amok, Opobo. Go there. They will rather align themselves with Ejo than to tell you they are Igbo. Whoever did this to us, Nigeria did it. I know that it's Nigeria who did it to us. That is why if you want us to survive, to succeed, to live, you must fight to separate us from Nigeria. You must fight for the restoration of Biafra, because it is only Biafra that will unite us back to who we used to be. Biafra will make a brother to see a brother, and he will recognize him and accept him as a brother. Biafra will give you sense of confidence, sense of belonging. That fear that Nigeria put in your body, that if you say you are Igbo, that your brother will swallow you, your brother will take away what you have. That fear that Nigeria put in you, that if you say you are Igbo, that you will not get what you're supposed to get in Nigeria, those fears will automatically erased. That is why you need Biafra. You have tried Nigeria for more than 60 years. It's only pain that Nigeria is giving you, death. Try Biafra today. Let us see. Try Biafra. Try something new. Give it a chance. Work for the unity. Work for the restoration of Biafra. And let us see. We have dwelled long enough in Nigeria. We have tolerated a lot. We have been killed enough in Nigeria. We have been denied enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been subdued, suppressed, and oppressed enough. It's high time we rise from this dungeon and stand on the mountain of freedom and shout, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Biafra, we hail thee. I thank you, fellow Biafrans, for listening to me this evening. As always, I appreciate every time given to me. I know that you love freedom. And I know that you wish that Biafra could come today. But the only thing that discourages you is what those who are in the helm of affair are doing. But I say to you this evening, never mind. Let us move. Irrespective of those challenges, we can still restore Biafra. Yes. Do not be discouraged. We wipe away your tears. Fight for it. It's worth fighting for. Die for it if it is necessary. It is a noble death. But I tell you today that Nigeria is a death warrant. For one, Nigeria means death. But Biafra means life. So I thank you so much for joining me this evening. In my next program, I will be talking about all the death that the Fulanese are bringing upon Nigeria. I'll be reading from their newspaper because we are not here for propaganda. We say it the way it is, without fear, without favor. That is why we are here. My next program will be based unless if something, because like I said before I started this program, Nigeria is full of bad news. A lot of things are happening on a daily basis. People are being killed in their sleep. People are being killed, massacred in their villages. The army will go to villages, drop bomb. Oh, I thank you so much, fellow Biafrans. And I love you so much. I pray that Chukwu Okeabiyama will preserve you, keep you, and make sure that this year, everything that is your heart desires will be granted to you. And above all, we shall restore Biafra this year. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, will walk straight to Biafra. Because that is always our hope. But without Biafra, we are doomed. May Chukwu Abiyama keep you safe until I come your way again next time. From here, it is good night.